There's something magical about the ocean, the vastness of it, its calming demeanour, its ability to carry your burdens far away, its warm but cooling waters, the ripples and mirrored reflections, and the beautiful array of artistic colours coming together seamlessly as one. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then I would love for you to stay and click that subscribe button. Today I have done a DIY that I really love and can't wait to share with you all. It's based off the kind of fluid art and resin pours, and I've just tried to make something like that but a little more affordable. So if you want to create a quick and easy wall art that really brings your room to life, then just carry on watching. And this video is part of a collaboration hosted by Heidi and Krystal, so I will leave the link to their channels in the description box as well as a playlist of everyone who's participating. Now without further ado, let's go! So you don't have to use an old canvas like me, you can just use a canvas that you can buy that's plain already. If you are using an old canvas, then I would probably suggest to go in with some white acrylic paint just to cover everything first. So I'm going to leave this to dry and then we're going to come back and we're going to start the real work. The next thing that you're going to do is take some sand, I've got mine here, and all you're going to do is mix this up with some PVA or Mod Podge. So it's kind of going to look a little like cement, and all you're going to do is plop that on to your canvas. So of course you can pour how much sand you want, you don't have to have it in the corner, you can have it this way. And I'm going to let this dry before I go in with some decorative pieces like some shells. So we're going to move on now to the fun bit, which is the acrylic kind of pouring technique that I'm going to show you all. So to do the next part, you're going to need some plastic cups or disposable cups, and you're going to have three colours. First colour we're going to be using is white. So just go ahead and squeeze that into the cup there. And if this isn't enough paint, then I'm just going to add some more in later on. So you want to have a mix of glue, PVA or Mod Podge mixed in with your acrylic paint. So I'm just going to mix that all up. Before you start your pouring, I'd recommend putting a sheet or something as a protection. So I'm using a bin bag and I'm just going to rip that so that it's larger. And then you're going to want to put something big that can hold your canvas in place. So I'm using this really big gardening cup. And then I'm taking my canvas and I'm just going to place that on top. So take your first paint cup and just pour. Now we're going to go on to our second cup and colour, and I am going in with this acrylic paint that I bought from Poundland. So you want the consistency of the paint so that the paint itself isn't too much and it's mainly glue. And then you're just going to mix it up with some Mod Podge or PVA like we did earlier, and make sure you have a consistency that's quite nice and runny. And then again, just start pouring. To make the waves more natural and flow in between each layer of paint, I'm using a hot air gun here. You can use a hairdryer also. So now I am just going in with my paintbrush slightly at the edges just to make it mix a little bit more and blend. Now just before the shoreline dries, I'm going to go in with some glitter and just sprinkle that there. Now I'm just going to gently turn this around so that it's easy to work with. And for this project I will definitely recommend the thinner the paint the better. So this is also a thin paint. The white colour was quite thick. So again, you want to just put a small amount of paint in. You sort of just want to make it like a pigment for the glue. And now I'm just creating the marbling effect in the ocean with a paintbrush. I would also recommend some beautiful metallic paints for pieces like this. It just is so gorgeous. Just look at the colours, look at the gradients, and look at the marbling effect. Isn't it just beautiful? I can't wait for this to dry. I've got the starfish here and I've added some PVA to that, and I'm going to stick this little guy here. So this is how it's looking so far. I can't tell you the amount of mess that I've made, but you make beautiful things when you make mess. The canvas has now dried enough for me to handle, but it's not fully dried. Once it is fully dried, I'm going to go in with this clear sealer spray. It's just to give it a gloss finish. And here's a finished DIY. As you can see, it's huge and it's just so beautiful. It really brings colour and life into a room. Don't you just love all of the textures, the way everything has come out? I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. I wanted to put this together to show everyone that you can just start as a beginner and still create something beautiful. And this was inspired by one of my previous DIYs where I made a really miniature version of this in the flamingo DIY, and I really loved it and I wanted to create something at a bigger scale. I also wanted to show you all that this works, and sometimes you don't need expensive things like resin, and it doesn't need to be complicated like the usual tutorials you will see. They add like dishwasher soap and a few other things like that. So this is just really easy and it still comes out good enough for me. So if you have enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and make sure you are subscribed. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next DIY. Bye!